What's up, guys? Paulie Malignaggi of Paulie TV. Artur Beterbiev wins a majority decision over Dimitry Bivol and is now the undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world. I don't know what everybody else thought about this fight. I was actually doing a live with ProBox TV during the fight. Me and champ Chris Algieri, we felt pretty strongly that Dimitry Bivol was winning the fight. It was there was moments that Artur Beterbiev had. There were moments when he made it uncomfortable, and he won plenty of rounds himself. But it just didn't seem like he was doing consistent enough work. He was coming forward as he did have a slow start. There were moments when he did get Bivol on his bike a little bit, but overall Bivol off his movement was the more accurate guy. He put together punches and salvos. He got his respect. I felt like, he was throwing more punches and getting through more. It was certainly a tactical fight. It was certainly a fight that, you can see both guys had some moments. But even in the live, we had about 80%, probably more, that felt agreed with us and thought that Bivol won the fight. I don't know, man. I'm just starting to feel like, listen, judging has always been a problem in boxing, but it's getting to the point where it's not only corrupt, there's also ineptness and there's also corruption, so you can't really figure out which one it is all the time, And a fight like this is real tight, and you got to understand what's going on. You got to understand how to read the fight. It kind of exposes judges as, not knowing what they're watching. I didn't think there was so much corruption in this, because it's not like Beterbiev is this major political figure, like a Canelo, for example, who you got to be careful when you fight him. You got to get robbed, It's not like that for Beterbiev nor Bivol. So if there was going to be a close fight and controversial, it probably just comes down to the judges not knowing what they're doing, It's not the end of the world that Beterbiev gets the win, but it just didn't seem like he could get more than a draw in this fight, It really didn't. I saw that Bivol took round 11 off and maybe the beginning of 12, but after that, he put punches together. Even in 12, I saw some things where, you got to close the fight strong. I thought Bivol won round 12. You know what I mean? Like, I thought Bivol put together a bunch of punches in round 12, and did what he had to do. Then there was moments in certain rounds I felt Beterbiev was trying to steal them in the last 30 seconds when he didn't really do a lot in the beginning of the rounds. Again, it depends what you're watching. You're grasping onto things. But my biggest pet peeve with judging today is probably the rewarding of the playing of follow the leader inside the ring. Like it's a major pet peeve where judges and it's the majority of judges, mind you, just don't know how to judge a fight, don't know what the hell they're watching. We'll never learn how to watch a fight. We'll never understand the concept of boxing. So when they get a guy who's consistently going forward, they just give him the fight, because it simplifies the matter for a less intelligent person, which that person must be. Because if you're judging a fight just on a plain follow the leader, you shouldn't be judging a fight. You have no clue what you're doing. You have no clue what you're watching. There's a lot of nuances you're looking for in a fight, especially a fight like this where tactically both guys were battling for position. And neither guy was really breaking position almost the entire fight, They fought in their style, but the position of their style never really broke the entire fight, no matter what. I just felt that Bivol's better legs and being in and out and landing the cleaner shots, it made a difference. Now, some of you less intelligent ones out there is going to say, well, look how, Bivol's eye was damaged after the fight. Did you see it? Guys, you're going to judge a fight by damage. You got to go watch something else. Boxing is not for you. It's not for you. It's never going to be for you. Of course, Beterbiev is a harder puncher, so naturally the punches land when he lands them, and both guys are going to land. They're going to show a little bit more. Also, Bivol has high cheekbones, so his eye's going to close much more rapidly. You got to keep all these things in mind. Not that I assume most people that watch this channel are not that intelligent. I think the people that watch this channel are probably more the hardcore boxing fans. And if you're watching about this fight, you're a true boxing fan, because this wasn't one of those casual attracting fights that will attract those blowhards, So I think, when I talk about this, I think I'm getting the higher IQ part of the fan base here, and like I said, my biggest pet peeve, one of my biggest pet peeves is judges that just reward following the leader. You follow the leader, you go forward, and the other guy goes backwards. And whoever's coming forward, doesn't matter what's going on in the fight, doesn't matter how the fight's playing out, just give the guy going forward the fight. It's a major pet peeve, major pet peeve. And I've felt that a lot of guys get robbed in situations like this, because what they're doing can't be appreciated. And a lot of times the guy coming forward is very ineffective, you know? I felt like in this fight, there were moments where Beterbiev was effective, but I thought Bivol was more effective overall in what he was doing. To go along with this pet peeve, and I'm not going to say I saw it in this fight, but I can't, you know what I can't stand too? When you're looking at a fight and there's a close-up angle camera, and the judge is like looking under the ropes, like he's looking for little subtleties, little nuances, as if he's going to understand what he's watching anyway. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when they put you ever see the judge like put his head under the ropes, like, when the fighter's right on top of him, and he's like, you know, you're like he's really, really looking for the subtleties and the nuances, as if he's going to understand them anyway, even if he sees anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those pet peeves, because then these guys put in these scorecards, and you're just like, what was that? What was that? What are we talking about here, you know? So, you know, I can go on and on about my complaints about this. Listen, it wasn't the most exciting fight, but it was a good tactical fight between two very, very high-level guys. So, it was a boxing historian's fight. It was a boxing, high IQ boxing fight. So that's why the casuals probably wouldn't really appreciate this fight. It wouldn't really know how to appreciate this fight. And probably, I'd say, I was saying after the fight with Chris, while I was watching it with Chris Algieri, we're looking at each other like, you know, probably no need for a rematch. It wasn't the most exciting fight, but it's pretty clear that Bivol won the fight, you know? Generally, it's pretty clear. It wasn't like it was competitive, but it was pretty clear. So it was one of those fights where, okay, you're probably not going to need a rematch. And then they gave the fight to Beterbiev, dude. Like, you can't ever get it right in boxing, can you? You can't ever get it right. Again, I'm not saying it's the biggest travesty and whatnot, but Dimitry Bivol won this fight, guys. I mean, it's the same thing over and over and over again we're talking about here, you know? And follow the leader was rewarded, essentially. The guy coming forward, even if no matter how ineffective you may have been at times. Yes, I understand Beterbiev was effective. Both guys, you know, the fight wasn't a blowout. It was a competitive fight. But come on, man. I mean, I don't know. Yes, I understand Beterbiev was effective. Both guys, you know, the fight wasn't a blowout. It was a competitive fight. But come on, man. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man. If I could only figure it out myself, but I don't know what to tell you. Let me know how you had it. You know, let me know how you guys all scored it. You know, I told you right after the fight, we felt like most of the fan base on the chat that I was on was scoring it indeed for Bivol. But as now time passes, you know, the quarterbacks have come out, and I've seen more people that went for you know, are saying, oh, Beterbiev did win the fight. I'm wondering how just general, just taking the temperature of the you guys here at Poli TV. How'd you score the fight? Do you want to see a rematch? Should there be a rematch? I mean, at this point, I think the fight was controversial now. You know, so I'd like to see a rematch. I think Bivol deserves a rematch. Dude, at this point, make it in Russia, because obviously, not even in the Middle East are we secure from bad decisions. You know, it's everywhere you go. These two guys are Russian anyway. Just make the fight in Russia. You know, better off. Anyway, guys, I'm Paulie Malignaggi. This is Poli TV, and I'm sick and tired of complaining about this. So let's just talk about the tactics of the fight, and let me know who you think won the fight and why. Don't tell me it's because one guy had more bruises, please, or one guy came forward. You gotta explain how he won, if you thought he won, or why you think Bivol won if you thought he won. I'm Paulie Malignaggi. Again, it's Poli TV. I'll see you next time.